Hey people, you're welcome back to the channel. It is your one and only Lady Jackson. So I need to apologize for not bringing you updates. I think for the past 3 to 4 days, yes, I have been trying to heal my voice because it's been not in the best placing after something. I went for a rehearsal and I kind of lost my voice, but I'm back, ladies and gentlemen. But here I'm bringing you an update on Khosi. Khosi had a very beautiful, interesting, long interview on Instagram Live last night, yes. And I'm just going to just give you a preview of a few of the things she said before you watch the video. Now, she spoke about how she's still getting used to the fact that she is the winner. Sometimes she's driving, sometimes she's at home, and she's like, oh my God, is this really my life? And it's something that she's still getting used to. And then she went on to talk about, now all this were in response to the question the interviewer was asking her. And then she was like, up till today, she has not seen her parents. And although we saw them that they were in the finale announcement, they were in another section, not around the stage. So when they were done, because of the fact that they live in another province different from where she stays, they had left the next day, but she's been having conversations with them, although not much. She's spoken to her mom a few times, but her dad, it's just been once they spoke, and it's because there's been so much. She's been going through a lot of interview here and there and stuff, and we really understand. She went on to reveal the fact that she's so proud of the fact that there's a community that defends and supports her outside of the house. And she heard that they had a party just this weekend, which was, of course, organized by Miracle. That guy is literally her number one fan. I cannot hide it. She went on to talk about the fact that, you know, she was also playing a game in the house. That was why she didn't hide anything about her 4-year-long relationship. And that there's a misconception that people are having there. It's an open relationship. And y'all know that open relationships give you the benefit of doing whatever you really want to, as long as it does not destroy the relationship. That was why she did what she did in the house. And she needed to play the game right. She went on to apologize to Yemi, saying now, if there was at a point where he got hurt by anything, that she wants him to know that it was not her intention and that, you know, it was just the game, and she doesn't have a grudge against him, and she hopes he doesn't. And probably when she comes to Nigeria, they get to meet.
So there's this video that came out after you won, where we saw your parents celebrating and just thanking God that their daughter, you know, achieved this. So how are your family? How are your parents dealing with everything?
Whoa!
What was the conversation like with them when you finally got a chance to speak to them?
You know, that's the sad part. My parents were in the state, because my parents stay in a different state, like in a different province. So they came all the way for the show. I didn't even think they were gonna come. I thought they were just gonna watch me on TV. So they came all the way. And obviously they were somewhere where they were watching me because we're not at studio or you know. I thought I was going to see them. I thought immediately I'm going to get on stage and be with them and all of that. But they had to leave the state before we could meet. So I haven't seen my parents. They tried to delay a little bit, but I was so busy. There was literally no time for me to meet my parents and hug them and just tell them how much I miss them, and just hear them telling me in person how proud they are. So I haven't had that opportunity. Even on the phone, every time my mom calls me, I'm in the middle of something. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's been really tricky. We haven't really had a moment, and I can imagine how she's feeling. Because before I went into the house, I am the oldest daughter in my family. Yeah. So me and my mom were very close, and we used to have all types of chit chats and gossip and stuff like that. And suddenly that's just taken away from her. I can just imagine how that is. Even my dad, I think I've spoken to my dad once. Worse, I spoke to my dad once, and she was just trying to check up on me, and I told him I'm good. He could even hear that I'm not fully in the conversation because I was in the middle of something. So yeah, that's the sad part about all of this. I
know, but you must know that they're proud of you. You know, they're proud of everything.
No. To be honest with you, my parents have always been proud of me because from a young age, they've always known how determined and focused and strong I am. So this, I don't think they thought I could achieve this, but they've always known that I'm gonna be successful, even if it wasn't in people's eyes, like, you know, coming with fame and all of that. They've always known that I'm going to be successful. I don't think there's a part of my life where I stress my parents out.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
but this was something else.
This is something else. Yeah. But we could tell, even while you were on the show, we could tell that it seemed like in every aspect of your life, you've always been determined to win at it. Whether it's modeling, whether it's journalism, whether it's just doing your thing on TikTok. So it's very interesting, you know, to watch everything play out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true. I guess that is very much true. Yeah.
I want to ask you about something you mentioned in the house. You talked about, you know, leaving home at 16 and,
17.
you know, going into the world, 17. Yeah. So tell me, how was that like for you? You know, leaving home, the kind of mindset you had and what you went through.
I think I was just done with being a baby or a child. I think I was ready for the world, and I just couldn't wait to be independent and do things by myself. And I was really determined to finish school, get a scholarship, and move to a different state and try life by myself. Because I've always known that my parents can't always protect me and be there for me. So I wanted to learn to survive by myself. So, it was just something I strongly felt it had to be done. And to be honest with you, I think that was the best decision ever because it contributed a lot to the person I am, you know. I was determined to do it. I went for it. I did it. It wasn't easy, but it was worth it. The way I'm so independent and I'm just able to do things by myself, I think it was called for.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So now that you've come out of the house, you're kind of like going through the motion. So you're definitely seeing stuff, you've heard stuff. What would you say is the greatest misconception you've read or seen about yourself since you've come out of the house?
That I'm ugly. I was like, what? Who's ugly?
Mm-hmm.
Child, I'm a lot of things but ugly. So I started having was like, wow, okay. And you know, like, to be honest with you, at the same time, I just always I thought it was funny.
So tell us, when are you coming to Nigeria?
No, I'm definitely coming to Nigeria. Without a doubt, I'm coming to Nigeria. Just that my team is trying to work things out so that when I come to Nigeria, everything sort of aligns. All my projects align. So I'm definitely coming. They don't have to worry about that at all. And this weekend, I know Khosi reigns in Nigeria threw a whole party to celebrate my win.
Miracle.
There's just no way. I'm not going to come to Nigeria. I wanted to come to Nigeria before the show. At some point in my life, I wanted to, after I finished secondary school, I wanted to further my studies in Nigeria. I looked into it and I was considering Nigeria. So I don't think it's a matter of question at this point. I'm definitely coming to Nigeria.
So why did you decide to disclose that when you could have easily not and not gotten any flack for that?
Well, it was the truth. I wasn't gonna lie.
I mean, not lie, but not disclose that. Not say anything about that. Because as the show progressed, we found out other people had connections as well outside.
Yeah. But that was their own concern. They wanted to lie. They want to lie. I feel like it was the truth. And going into the house, I didn't have plans to be in a relationship or whatever. It was an open relationship. So it didn't make sense for me to be too uptight to second think anything if I knew that it was kind of like an open relationship type of situation. So I need to be smart about it. I need to move on before I break things off. You know what I mean? Like, sort of like move on emotionally and just accept that, okay, this situation is not what I want it to be before saying it. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, like, what he was doing, I saw him, I was watching him like, okay, it's fine. You can do you. I'm going to let you do you, but I'm also going to do me. And it's going to be like level ground. But unfortunately, that wasn't the case. You know, he started feeling some type of way. And I had already like thought about everything.
Right.
Yeah.
Where are you guys at now? Have you spoken after the show, or is it like radio silence?
I mean, I don't think we have any grudges against each other. I think we both understand that like life just happens and sometimes things don't go your way.
Right.
So I wouldn't say there's any bad feelings or grudges or,
of course,
or hatred towards one another. I think, I hope he understands that I wish him all the best. And if at some point he was hurt, it wasn't my intention, you know? Because, I mean, at the end of the day, I had a feeling that it was a game and there was a lot of play in the game. And sometimes you win, sometimes you lose.
Right.